Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. In this live stream, we are going to be reacting to the All Black squad. I have got George with me here.
Hey guys.
We're going to have Isaac as well, but unfortunately he is a little bit sick, which means that he is not going to be here, but should still be very exciting. The squad is going to be announced hopefully within the next hour or so, depending on when they decide to do it. I know that the program is scheduled to go from 7 to 8:30, so it could be a little while, but we have got plenty to talk about, and I hope you guys are all ready to see what the squad is going to be looking like for the games up against Tonga, Fiji, and then into the Rugby Championship as well. We have got in there, Smithy Toilet is in the chat. Also, Kyle, Marco, Vodapola Bear, Zion is here as well. We have also got in there Prizzy, also Batman. Tell you what, we've got quite a few of you guys in here as well. Gangster My G, and also Henry Stewart is there as well as Milo. But nonetheless, first of all, we are going to be having a quick look at kind of the fixtures that are going to be coming up very soon for the All Blacks. They've got Tonga on the 3rd of July. That is the first match, and that is only 2 weeks away. So that should be very exciting. I am quickly going to be doing a little bit of something off stream. Do you want to have a quick talk about who you think is going to be, first of all, in the centres? Because I feel like that is a talking point at the moment for the All Blacks.
Well, not Lamafi and not Anton Linnett-Brown.
And also, I did see TJ Faiani has gone overseas or is signed overseas alongside the likes of Lachlan Boshier getting to Japan.
So I wonder if Whaiaranuku
Yep, that's the one.
Gets in there. And I don't really know who else is in there at the moment. Who else is sort of...
I guess David Havili.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Could be a good name to put in there. Also, Goodhue, when does he return from his injury?
He's another injured one.
Is he still going to be injured throughout the whole rugby championship?
He didn't let me know. So.
Didn't he? He didn't give you a ring beforehand.
He didn't let me know what he was doing. So.
We've also got Rich all the way, says Bronson, and that is something else I am going to be doing. I am going to be putting up a poll, and we are going to be talking about the fullback position, a position that has been well and truly debated over the last few weeks. I love doing these YouTube polls as well. They do make it a lot of fun. So I am quickly going to say All Blacks fullback. You guys will have 4 options.
All ballots.
Right. Who do you think the 4 options I am going to be putting are?
I don't know.
Right. Okay. Good stuff. Now, this one, I know maybe not, but he is just on there because we need 4. So first one I am going to have on that list is Beauden Barrett. Second one is going to be Damian McKenzie. Then we have also got as another option, Will Jordan has been putting his name in that hat. And then you have got also Geordie Barrett as the other option as well. So I am going to... Could he?
I think he does sometimes, doesn't he?
Really? I haven't really seen him at centre in a long time. Right. Will Jordan, it is typed up. Ask the community. You guys in the chat, do your thing on that poll and decide exactly who you want to see as fullback. Up against, I guess it's just in general, isn't it? Because the team that they use up against Tonga will probably be a little bit different to the team that they will be using up against the likes of Australia in the first Bledisloe. At the moment, Geordie Barrett leading the charge on that poll as well. We have Oscar. How are you guys? I'm doing well. Are you doing well?
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
You excited?
Yeah. What type of squad is it? Is it like an extended squad? Or?
I'm not too sure about the number that they are going for. When is it, said Starling as well? But I think it is going to be, the scheduled program is going in between the hour of 7 p.m. and then 8:30 p.m. But hopefully around that middle somewhere, they will be announcing it. Almost 3K. Sheesh says Crazy NZ. And we should mention, if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. The chat is going extremely quick at the moment. Kiwi Lads, hello, says Batman. Welcome in as well. Chuck Zahn in there, eh? Says Smithy Toilet, perhaps as one of the bolters, because there are going to be a few in there. The likes of the props, I feel like, are going to be an interesting position, purely because of the fact you've got Ofa Tuangafasi out with the knee surgery that he had. You've also got Joe Moody must be close to returning, but he must still not quite be back with the toe injury. So there's a lot of people. Why aren't you guys reading the chat? I'm trying my best, Henry, but it's going very quick, and we're also trying to get through a few topics that we have got planned as well. Hello, says Ayosh. And welcome into the live stream. Evening, gents, is Birdie. And we have got, I'm going to be watching this live in Sky Sport 1 as well. Yep, that is exactly where we are going to be watching it. And we have got Ryan in the chat as well. This is going quicker than our normal live streams in terms of the chat at the moment. I am trying my best to read all of it, but in the poll at the moment as well, it is going to be Geordie Barrett has got the majority of the votes, 24. And it is 42% saying that it will be Geordie Barrett. Jordan Love, is that his name? He could make it as well. Is that Ruben Love, possibly, that we are talking about? in that number 10 jersey. He will be an interesting one to see because, I mean, they've got Moonga, they've got Barrett for 10, and then maybe that third one, either Josh Ioane could sneak his way in there, or maybe they go with Damian McKenzie at 10 as a little bit more of an option.
I don't like Damian McKenzie at 10.
No, but Ian Foster probably does.
Yeah,
like that.
But he's too inconsistent. He's just...
And we have also got there Geordie Barrett fullback, Will George at 14. Boden Barrett and Damo have a one-on-one on the side on the beach spot as well.
Boden wants to play 10 though. He doesn't want to play 15.
No.
So I kind of feel like it'd be a bit of a waste putting him there. So I feel like it's Will Jordan or Barrett or McKenzie.
Who do you have? So you go on Moonga 10 for your selection?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then with that, having either Will Jordan, Barrett or McKenzie at 15.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And he's got a photo with Ruben Love, says Ayosh as well. Will Jordan at fullback and Geordie Barrett on the wing. As well, says Bronson. That is a good point. And last year they did have Geordie Barrett out on that right wing side, possibly for that height factor as well as a little bit of the factor of just the good under the high ball.
Jordan plays at wing too, doesn't he?
He has in the past, yes. Although for the Crusaders so far, like they're stacked with wingers, aren't they?
Yeah.
So he has been, although not for long, Manasa Mataele going away.
But they'll bring in someone else.
Yeah, they'll find some other world-class fella.
Next season, they'll have another guy come up from Rex.
That is true. And we are getting very close to the broadcast starting, I believe. So that is very good news as well. Hopefully, it's not one of those ones that they talk for about an hour and 15 minutes and then right at the last minute announce it.
Clickbait us.
A little bit. And we have also got our midfield looks muddled now. Rico, Dave, Havili, who else? As well, says Marco. It's a good point. I want to see Quinton Pai, but I don't know whether or not they will actually put him in there. But he has only just come back from injury as well. But there is an open spot in that centre, so whoever wants it, David Havili and also Rico Ioane, like you mentioned, but then you've also got the likes of, who else? Faina Anuku might put his hand up to be in the centres, because he actually did decently.
I don't know if he's experienced. Well, how old is he? He's only really been in the Crusaders starting lineup for a season or two, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's quite a young player, and he's kind of come out of nowhere over the last couple of years, which I feel like is one of those ones that maybe one of those fellas, one of those younger guys, maybe they do the same as the British and Irish Lions, put them in there, give them a bit of experience.
I don't think.
No.
This isn't the rugby lineup.
I think they're doing a dance beforehand, I believe. Might be the case that we have got Bill Jordan, Netball Beckenbauer on the way, all the way. So this is Bronson. I reckon Hamish got a call up for number 15. That's the thing. They did actually talk to the players earlier on in the day.
I think they need to employ us as their main strategists.
Strategists.
Strategists. Because I think we know what we're talking about,
Right.
Kia ora.
Yes, exactly. They are starting at the breakdown special.
Kewitt is loving life.
He is absolutely loving it. Of course, the Blues were able to get that Super Rugby Trans Tasman title.
He'll still be drunk, I reckon.
And we have also got Wood Boshiebe eligible for the All Blacks, I believe, because of the fact that he has signed that contract with Japan. I don't think he is anymore.
That's the same with Barrett. Like, they don't really know. But he does have a clause, though, in his contract to say he's still eligible.
Because that's the other thing. Perenara.
Yeah.
He was possibly talked about returning to the Hurricanes, but that was only if there was an injury. So now it's one of those ones we don't really know who is going to be in those squads who have been playing overseas, who have come back. The likes of Retallick, I believe, they will be putting in there somewhere. And we have got who will be your guys' flankers. I think that's the position that is the hardest, almost a loose forward trio with who they go for. I feel like you're trying to listen to that rather than me listening to. And of course, Benetton getting that win like they are showing. But for me, they're going to put Artie Savia in there somewhere. It's just whether or not they try playing him at 6 or 8.
Yeah.
Where would you put him?
Oh, I kind of like him off the back of the scrum. He's got that running intensity.
Who would you have at 6 then, in that case?
I don't know who the 6. I'm not that entailed with the forward pack.
You're a backline kind of guy. Richie McCool come back.
Someone.
Yeah, we have got, and Geordie Barrett at winger as well, says Bronson. And also we have got there in the chat, I forgot to say, Ngātaua Koi cannot play for Super Rugby Trans Tasman because his contract ends in May as well. Do you know if he's going anywhere else? Ayosh, do let me know. Just quickly, there we go. Right. Yeah, it is. He is going to be helping us out a little bit from behind the scenes in this live stream as well. But at this stage, we are just waiting to see who they are going to be going with, because I feel like the other position is probably that left wing position. George Bridge, I think he is going to be back in time from his injury, or I think he got his appendix out. So at this stage, that position, you got George Bridge, no Caleb Clark. available due to him going for the sevens. Whereas Bowden Barrett says Tina, he came back from Japan and he was a water boy for the Blues, I believe, in the Trans Tasman final.
Yeah.
He is eligible for selection, but the big question is are they going to be playing him at 10 or are they going to be trying him at 15? I know Ian Foster seems to like him at 15 alongside Mo'unga, but I feel like they're two playmakers that maybe kind of cancel each other out. We have got Robertson, Papali, Akira Boshier, if eligible, Xavier Harman, and also Blackadder and Grace for our flankers. That's the thing. I'd love to see Billy Harman in there because he had a very good Super Rugby Trans Tasman. So going off form, you're probably going him, Papali, and also for another number 7, Sam Kane. Is he going to be back from his injury? I think he's out for a wee while, isn't he?
Yeah, they haven't talked about him at all.
So I'd like to see one of those younger players, the likes of Papali or Billy Harman, getting that call up off that form. And that's the thing, the Blues, after winning Super Rugby Trans Tasman, they already probably had quite a few names up there in terms of who is going to be in that lineup or in that squad. So maybe they will continue to grow that as well. And have maybe about 10 Blues players. I'm wondering how the split's going to be, especially Xavier at 8. Said David. Yeah, as soon as he goes off that back of the scrum, like the opposition are in trouble because you need at least 2 men to slow him down. One for each leg. So if you haven't got him tied up, he's going to be making meters, and then that offload out the back line. Him and someone like, I feel like him and Artie Savia, that's his name. I feel like him and Aaron Smith work quite well together, but also, geez, what was that noise? Is that that's your foot. But yeah, also the likes of, if Perenara is eligible, this looks like we're getting series. It is Stuart Mitchell, the New Zealand Rugby chairman. He is going to be announcing this one by the looks of it. Right. The squad is Asafa Moa. Okay, he is the first man, Asafa Moa. Then it is going to be Bowden Barrett. Is it going to be alphabetical? Geordie Barrett, it's going alphabetical. I think. Scott Barrett, 3 Barrett brothers once again, all going to be in that squad. Ethan Blackadder, decent player, getting a call up, which is very nice to see. George Bauer as well. He is going to be one of the loose hair props for this one. George Bridge on that left wing side, like we were mentioning earlier on. And they are actually announcing it a lot earlier than I thought they were. Finley Christie in there, so maybe Perenara might not be there. Dane Coles as well. We have to wait till P to see if Perenara is there, though. But yeah, it's Dane Coles, Ethan de Groot. I know there's a couple of you boys in the chat who will be very happy with that one. Braden Enor for the centres. He is going to get a chance there.
So he catches the ball.
Shannon Frizzell. So he will be back from his injury as well, and he will be available. David Havili is going to be there. Is Sione Havili? No, he's not. Akira Ioane is going to be there as well.
Interesting.
Rico Ioane, who dropped the F-bomb in the final the other night, he is going to be there as well. Luke Jacobson, I'm happy about that one. He has been informed for the Chiefs. Will Jordan making his way in there as well. How many are they going to have for that fullback role? Nepo Lalala is going to be there as well. Anton Leonard-Brown, even with his injury, he is going to be in that squad. So it depends on how long he's going to be out for. Tyrell Lomax, decent scrummager indeed. Damian McKenzie, D-Mac, the clutch king.
Little short man.
Taller than us, probably. Richie Mo'unga.
Richie
Mo'unga going to be there. Or Dalton Pavali as well is going to be in there. Player who played very well for the Blues. Sever Reese as well is going to be in there. Brody Retallick, big Brody making the return to the All Blacks jersey. Artie Savia as well. Oh, Julian Savia as a dark horse? Nope, leaving him out. Aaron Smith is going to be in there as well. We're up to S, no Perenara. Hoskin Satutu is going to be there. Dangerous man off the back of the scrum as well. Angus Tarval is going to be in there. We've got quite a few decent players in that front row. Speaking of decent, Cody Taylor in that front row is going to be decent as well. Carl Tunukiafi making his way in there as well. Patrick Tuipulotu is going to be one of those two locks. Who's going to be the captain? That's a big question as well. Quinn Tupaia. You're not happy. Yep, I was going to knuckles you, but no. Tupavai as well. They're up to V, which means Nonari Kiamriasi as well in the chat. Brad Weber is in there. Sam Whitelock is the last. Right, so there's a few players out on that wing who have missed out. Not sure. The new caps, he said, not the new captain. Right. So that's been announced. Okay, so that one is going to be getting typed out for us, I believe, if I'm not wrong. And then from there, we are going to be showing up. But that is the lineup. I'm going to take a quick picture on my phone. Sam Whitelock is the captain. That's not a long enough cable. Get rid of that light. There we go. This looks kind of unprofessional, but at the moment, I'm just getting the pictures so that we can keep you guys informed about who all the players are. You need Perenara for the haka, says Sebastian. That's the thing. I believe it will be now Aaron Smith leading the haka, which is interesting, but they are just showing the lineup at the moment. We've got quite a few decent players out there. They're going on the back line. And then from there, I will read them all out for you guys as well. And we have got Farlow's wingers, Werso Mudd as well.
Just 2 first fives.
Yep, Bowden Barrett and Richie Moonga. You're looking at the back three, Geordie Barrett, George Bridge, Will Jordan, Damien McKenzie, Sever Reese. It seems like
good, isn't it?
They seem to be going safe with those back three. And then the centres, you've got the likes of Enor, Havili, Quintupai as well, getting his name in there. That's going to be exciting.
Ian Foster.
Wasn't he going to be selected, Quintupai, for the Maori All Blacks?
Did he make the team? Because I never made the team, guys.
He probably made the team if you're talking about in terms of deciding. I think they were having a meeting this morning, but do let us know in the chat as well what you guys think of this lineup. I'm seeing a lot that we need Rayasi and also George Bridges and another one.
I'm a little bit disappointed about Rayasi. I was kind of keen to see him in there because he seems like a pretty...
And also no Whainā Nuku's another good point. Yeah. He is missing out as well, and the wingers are trash. George Bridge, as well says Marco Vonapolobia. That's the thing. George Bridge, if he's not injured, because he's just come back from injury, he hasn't had a lot of game time.
Yeah.
So it's one of those ones that...
TJ Perenara.
Although I think TJ, I think was because of the fact that he wasn't eligible for selection. Because I did hear earlier on, because of Perenara, if there was an injury in the Hurricanes halfback role and he was allowed to come back, then from there he was eligible. But unfortunately for him missing out, we'll have the names coming up very soon for you guys as well, but also no Whainā Nuku. Yeah, it's interesting that they decided to leave him out. Perhaps they, by the looks of it though, they haven't gone with too many new wingers.
I'd say they probably heavily considered him.
Because he had a good season.
He just needs to hope for an injury and play well on the I-Team, or is it the I-Team Cup?
Oh, yeah, it's called it's Bunnings NPC this year, I think is what they've decided to go with.
They change it every year.
They do.
But, yeah, he needs to play well, and, all it takes is an injury, and I'd say he'd be right up there. Yeah,
and looking at our poll as well, at the moment, Bowden Barrett is actually up there on 28% for who is going to be the All Blacks fullback, and then followed by Geordie Barrett and Damien McKenzie. Now it's gone to Damien McKenzie in second, and also Geordie Barrett and Will Jordan last. But that one, make George Bridge make good. Maybe George Bridge makes good coffees as well. Says Marco Vonapolobia. Hey George, who do you think should have got in as well? Says David. Who are you saying?
I would have liked to have seen Rayasi.
He is one of those ones. I feel like he would have been right up there in terms of the selection. Maybe the reasoning could be he's quite young, but saying that. I don't think he's massively old. I think he's maybe young 20s, mid-20s or so. Yeah. I'm just seeing the All Black squad getting typed out as well. We are almost able to have it up on the screen for you guys.
Can we type something on there?
No, not at the moment. We've got him working hard in the behind factor as well. We have got where's Cullen Grace or Christian Cullen Carlos Spencer. I guess Cullen Grace as well with the name off the top of the head.
He is missed out this year. He is an All Black, isn't he? Though he is a capped All Black.
Yeah, so they have decided to go.
Played or he's injured, wasn't he?
Maybe.
He had an injury this Super season, didn't he?
Super season. I feel like at this stage, it's a bit of an interesting one. The locks. Who do we hear? Tui Pelotu, Sam Whitelock, Brodie Retallick. Then you've also got Tupavai and also Scott Barrett.
Yeah.
So they have got.
I like Scott Barrett.
He gives away a few penalties, that is for sure.
I don't know.
And Jonah Nareki says Neville Singh.
It's the last name that gets him a bit of.
You think it's one of those ones that Geordie Barrett and Bowden are like, unless you sign our brother, we're not playing.
I just kind of feel like,
It's a F, not a B, Isaac, as well. We have got Tyrell Lomax, not Aiden Ross as well. And that's the thing. I am glad to see Ethan de Groot in there, though, because he is going to be one of those players. Tamaiti Williams probably would have been another name that people might have said was unfortunate. Isaac can actually hear us, yes. But we have also got there.
He can be our sideline guy. We'll just tune into Isaac. Just right on the screen there what you think there, Isaac.
They have got Tui Pelotu there as well. Marco Vonapolobia Harmon could have made the squad. He was mean as well. And I guess that's another name that they did decide to go without their back rowers. They went with Ethan Blackadder, Shannon Frizzell, Luke Jacobson, Akira Ioane, Dalton Pavali, Artie Savia, Hoskins Satutu. So no Sam Kane as well. Going to be missing the whole who are the halves, as well, says Beto Skarks. For the halfbacks, they have got Finley Christie getting in there as well. Feel like that is quite surprising, I guess you could say. Feel like maybe people were thinking, because of the fact that maybe Perenara was going to be in there, but because he's not, Finley Christie being called up, also Brad Weber and Aaron Smith as well. I hate the squad, says Select as well. And we have got done, so I am going to be putting it up on the screen now.
It's all different. You got to understand that Ian Foster's not Steve Hansen.
That is true.
We still haven't really figured out what way he thinks yet, because at the end of the day, he might be going through experience over blooding in new players. He could have a strategy. We really do not know.
There we go. Everyone tuning in now, we have got all of the names coming up on the screen at the bottom. Who is the captain? It is going to be Sam Whitelock. Has been announced as the captain here as well. And the chat is going very quick at the moment. 14 HP has said horrible squad. George thinks it's that horrible. He's almost got to sleep on us at the moment.
No. You're going to have faith in
Good old
have
Ian
faith
Foster,
in them.
right?
If they lose and they do well, then you can say, well, you didn't do that right, did you? But then if they do well, then you're all going to have to swallow your tongues.
And we almost got, he's been gone the whole season. So Select as well. Captain is Ethan de Groot as well. And we have got, same with me, Select. So we will have to look at the split a little bit. How many Hurricanes players? Do you want to try and do some maths here?
No, I don't like maths.
Okay. Oh, I can do the maths if you like. So we're looking at, there's quite a few Blues players in there, but also quite a few Chiefs players sneaking in. The likes of Quintupaia also in there. Although we've got an Otupaia as well. This one was typed up very quick. Scott Barry as well on the screen there. But it is the three Barrett brothers. They have gone with also Amor. Then Ethan Blackadder getting a chance. George Bauer, George Bridge, two Georges, Finley Christie. Also, then you've got Dane Coles. Ethan de Groot is going to be in there. Braden Enor, Shannon Frizzell. Then you've got David Harvey, Akira Ioane, Rico Ioane, Luke Jacobson. Also, Will Jordan is getting another chance. Nepal Lulala. Then you got Anton Leonard Brown, Tyrell Lomax, Damian McKenzie, Richie Moanga, Dalton Pavali. Tell you what, there's some good names in there as well. Sever Reese, Brody Retallick making his return, Artie Savia, Aaron Smith. Then you've got Hoskins Satutu, Angus Tarval, Cody Taylor, Carl Tuanuki-Afi, Patrick Tuipulotu, Quintupaia, and then Tupavai, Brad Weber, and Sam Whitelock, who is the captain as well. I'm happy to see Christie there as well, says Jefferson. And it's one of those ones, I feel like he took his opportunities in Super Rugby Trans Tasman. A few of these younger players you look at, and they had good seasons. Ethan de Groot, I feel like because of his good season for Trans Tasman, also the likes of maybe you're looking at David Arveli, definitely is going to be a key in the centres. Braden Enor also getting in there. Shannon Frizzell coming back from his injury. Anton Leonard Brown also injured at the moment, but they are thinking it was a minor elbow surgery. So he might be back very soon as well. Did Bowden Barrett get him? Please tell me, says Morcake. He did indeed. Him, his brothers as well, Bodie, Geordie, and also it will be Scott, who are all in there. Where's Mark Talia? Says Luke Bailey. It's a good question. They haven't really gone with too many new wingers, I guess you could say. They've got the likes of George Bridge on one wing. Then they have got Sever Reese on the other, as well as, who else have they got? They might actually try Geordie Barrett out on the wing again, looking at that one, because other than those two, then you've also got, actually looking at it, other than those two, those are the only wingers they have gone with, possibly. Yeah. So maybe Braden Enor might slot back onto the wing if he has to, or maybe Will Jordan goes onto that right wing side as well. And we have got Rayasi and Nareki. Yeah, unfortunately, he did decide to go with neither of them. How many men are there that they have gone with as well? I haven't actually counted them up. Hi from Sweetie as well. Welcome into the live stream. And we have also got Rayasi and Nareki are probably in tears right now. And that's the thing, I guess. It's interesting. The backline, I don't know what else to say about it other than he's kind of gone with what I guess worked last season. Yeah. He's gone with a very similar one with a few of these new players, such as a Tupaia, Ethan de Groot, also making their way into that one. Scrumlass has said, hey, howdy, hey, yo. What time is it in America at the moment? It must be almost the middle of the night. If I'm not wrong, I just told my dad, says more cake. So hopefully he is a Bowden Barrett fan, and he will be happy with that. Backline isn't too bad, says 14 HP, and Howard Scott Robinson, not the AB's coach as well.
Yeah.
Crusader supporter, what do you think?
I don't know if he would make a good AB's coach.
Oh, don't you?
No, I don't know.
Really?
I don't know. He's a bit untested, if we're honest. Put him in a bad team. Put him in a bad team. We'll see who's a good coach. Like I like him, and I do think he's a good coach. But you know,
they've gone with wingers who have already established themselves to be useless as well. Says Henry Stewart, and also hasn't finished the squad. They have indeed. They actually did it a lot quicker than I expected. They are talking to the players here as well, by the looks of it. They're talking to D-Mac at the moment, Damian McKenzie. Big question here is he was suspended for 3 matches, right?
Yeah.
In Super Rugby Trans Tasman. He's had 2 of those matches that he's been suspended for. Does that mean he would be missing the first match up against Tonga? Or is it only a Super Rugby suspension that he has got himself? It's 1:18 a.m. at the moment.
I don't know.
And that's a stacked squad, says Max Cottle as well. And at this stage, copy again says, okay, I will quickly put that back in, although you are still working on it, so we'll give you just a little bit more time as well. We've got Isaac working behind the scenes for us. He isn't here in person, but he is here in spirit, I guess you could say. He is hanging around, so we'll quickly copy that back in and we will put it in so you guys can see exactly, once again, who is in the squad. Quite a few debutants who are going to be making their way out onto the field. As you can see, it actually doesn't have the spaces, Isaac, for some reason when we put it up on the screen, which is interesting. I'm a Blue supporter, but I reckon Robinson should have been coach as well. Just saying, says Vito Skux. And AB's fans going nuts in the chat, as well, says Marco Vanapola Bear. Yeah, and at this stage, it's going to be interesting to see what the opinions of the squad are. I'm looking at the votes as well. We've had over 100 votes, and Geordie Barrett slightly pulling away. 31% of you have said that he will be the All Blacks fullback, with Beauden Barrett sitting in second on 26%. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not they are going to be going with that as well. But yeah, Finlay Christie was a good choice, says Neville Singh as well. Yeah, and thinking about it, other than Perenara not available, Aaron Smith, Brad Weber are your top 2, I guess, that were kind of like possibly a lot of people were pretty sure that they were going to be the case. But I feel like Finlay Christie is probably the next one. I know Ruru, I don't think was going to be getting selected for it, unfortunately for him. He's had a decent season, but I don't think he's been almost consistent enough for him to be able to get selected. But anytime Finlay Christie's out on the field, his kicking game as well seems to be pretty solid. So I feel like that might have been also possibly a factor that they did decide maybe kicking the high ball. Geordie Barrett out on the right wing might decide to possibly make his way up into the skies. And at this stage, decent. But yeah, we have got a lot of people in the chat as well. We do appreciate you all being here. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you are new as well, we are going to be covering the games that are going to be played with the likes of Fiji and also Tonga. That is all going to be in July. And then we have got the matches a little bit later on, which are going to be taking place between the likes of New Zealand versus the Wallabies, the Pumas, and the Springboks. That's going to be a very exciting one. My school has 6 fields as well.
For the Wallabies.
That is true. Mikaeli 2 is immense as well, says Marco Vanapola Bear. If Mikaeli 2 wasn't injured, he could have been in there, says Smithy Toiler as well. I feel like it's one of those ones. Yeah, I feel like that number 8 jersey is getting pretty stacked at the moment, because that's the thing. Going with the Adi Savia, do you think they're going to try a plot twist and put him at 7 again? Probably. You think? Yeah. Because I guess Akira Ioane last year for the Tri-Nations, he actually did pretty well for the amount of game time that he got. He was playing well, and then it was actually Ofa Toingafasi who got a red card, which then took him off. Yeah. But then saying that, he's been playing decently this year in Super Rugby Trans Tasman, but he hasn't been playing, I think, to the level that he would have liked to be. Yeah. But then that number 6 jersey, it's an exciting one to see who they go with. I hope Quinton Pai gets a decent run. Great commentary as well, says Lytham. Thank you very much, mate. Do appreciate you being here for this one. You're just shaking your boobies for the camera at this stage. But we've got another best squad, Kiwi lads.
Says great commentary.
Another best squad, Kiwi lads, says Batman. I feel like, it's going to be interesting to see how they go. I like the fact that they've gone with a few of the younger players or players who haven't had much game time for the All Blacks in the past, such as a Quinton Pai, Finlay Christie, also De Groot, I am glad to see, is going to get a chance. And that's the thing with Carl Tuanukiafi and also George Bauer. I think those are the only 2 other loose hits. So he might get some decent game time in this match or in the next couple matches as well. Who's DP as well? Who's DP? DP? DP. I feel like if it is a spelling error, it could be possibly someone else. Dalton Papali, that will be the one as well. And he is going to be there. Only 24% vote for Damian McKenzie because he's great as well, says Jet Lees. Yeah, I feel like it's split. It's actually Beauden Barrett is leading higher, or he's higher up than Damian McKenzie in terms of who you guys think is going to be the man in that number 15 jersey. But Geordie Barrett overall seems to be leading. And then Will Jordan's actually last. So maybe they'll go with him of an impact player. I mean, the last time he came off the bench, he scored 2 tries, didn't he? As well, they should give Aotearoa a run. Barrett's been on holiday and then come back and straight into the ABs as well, says Vito Skarks. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see whether or not they have Bowden Barrett off the bench or whether they start him. Because I feel like
off the bench.
Because you've also got the factor of, I think Aotearoa Black is also playing for the Maori All Blacks, so maybe that is why they've decided against him, because they are playing 2 matches up against Tonga, I do believe. I think the first one is going to be on it's only in 5 days' time. I didn't realize it was this weekend. Were they originally supposed to have 2 matches?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Nah.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah? Because at this stage, it's going to be 7:05 on Saturday night. This weekend, it's going to be the New Zealand Maori side taking on Samoa, and then next weekend, it is going to be at 4:30.
Yeah.
That is going to be before the matchup between New Zealand and Tonga.
Yeah.
So that's going to be exciting. Bodo said he wants 10. Says Dwayne, he did indeed. And I think that is why he went to Japan as well, to kind of make himself known as that number 10 role. And he played very well for his side over there, got them into the final in the end. But DeCruz, as well, says Crazy and says, yeah, he is in there. Why wasn't Mitchell Brown named? As well, says Marco Fonopola Bear. That's the thing. Maybe with 1 or 2 injuries, because they've been kind of switching in between loose forward and lock, haven't they, at the Chiefs? So maybe, I don't know, maybe he said that he wants to be a loose forward, but they have got maybe just a few too many names. My dad just offered me money. Says, more cake. Take it?
Take it.
Take it. We also take money.
Yeah, we
it is
also
offered.
take money.
We have got all of our questions made up. We've got our questions from those live streams the other night. We did have a hat / we were having to read it off because we couldn't find the hat, but we did have that thingy-mabob, how anytime we got a donation, we actually read through a lot of questions on the weekend, which was pretty cool. But yeah, pretty much anytime that happens, we ended up reading a question. So we're going to have to keep on writing more, I think, in that regard as well. And we always got, what about Ben May? As well says Marco Votopolvia, and they should have named Sam Knock. As well says Marco Votopolvia, is he injured at the moment, Sam Knock? Because I know that they've been going Ruru and Christie for the Blues recently. Why is TJ Perenara not playing, says Connor? I think it was something to do with not being eligible for selection because of being in Japan. But then saying that, I'm not sure how Retallick got around it.
Yeah.
Maybe it is because of the fact that Retallick isn't signed to a Super Rugby side.
Yeah.
Could be a plot twist. But then saying that Bowden Barrett is. Yeah, I don't think he's still is he still signed with the Chiefs? I don't know whether he's still.
Is he going to retire after Japan or what?
Don't know.
One more international season?
One more World Cup, maybe. Big bros.
So that means that he's up for the taking then.
Yeah.
Any team
who wants him
now. I think the Crusaders.
No,
well,
imagine that combo of having Whitelock, Retallick, and then also you've got Scott Barrett, Pablo Matera.
Yeah, now, so I'm just saying,
And we have also got
to the Highlanders, mate.
That'd be kind of cool. And we have got who is number 6, I think, says Bronson. I think they've either got Ethan Blackadder, might actually be why they brought in him as a 6. Then you've also got Akira Ioane, and I think they have one other as well, if I'm not wrong. But just looking through the names as they go, they are in alphabetical order as well. We were waiting to see whether or not the likes of Perenara or Salisi Reasi, Nariki, any of those players were going to be in there. Who is a forward that you feel missed out that you thought maybe would have gotten a chance?
Oh, I don't know.
Cool. Yep, right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know too much about the forwards.
And we have also got, I accidentally didn't read that one earlier on as well, but it is up on the screen as well. And we have also got, we got Deadly Scrummagers. I guess Tamaiti Williams is probably another name that they would have loved to have up there as well. And we have also got in there, where's Ben May? He's the best prop in New Zealand. Although he only got a few minutes this season, I think. Where's Theo Tompkinson? He's the yellow card king. As well says Marco Vanapola Bear. Yeah, I guess that centre, they have concentrated on the centres rather than the wings, because they have only got the 2 wingers, I guess, or people who would classify themselves as the wings of George Bridge and Sever Reese, the 2 Crusaders players. Then you've got the likes of maybe Enor slotting into wing if he has to, and also either Geordie Barrett on that right wing, because Steve Hansen, Ian Foster seems to like that, and also maybe Will Jordan could be on that side as well. So you've got a few options for them. Alex Hodgman as well is another name that is slightly surprising not to see. Interesting. Maybe, I know that he got that yellow card earlier on, so maybe they decided discipline is going to be important up against the likes of the Wallabies.
So don't get the Crusaders then, because...
And that's from a Crusader supporter as well.
Don't get them in
people can't...
freaking useless when it comes to that, penalties and discipline.
And Frizzell as well, says Andrew. He is there indeed. He had a 6-week injury, but I believe he is going to be back. We have got Razor would have injected some fresh faces in there. Same old with Geordie at fullback. He can't even kick as well as his cloudy days. I mean, other than that, those kicks that he missed in the game against the Brumbies, he had a pretty high kicking percentage overall.
He can kick.
But he just got very unfortunate that I don't know what happened to him in that game. He just seemed to stop using his feet, sadly for him. But we always got Joe Moody, says Jason Yang. That is a good point. So I think his injury must have been just too serious to be able to bring him back at this early. But they've only gone with the 2 or 3 loose head props. So maybe his name could get called up later on if there is any injuries. We've also got Bodenbarrow has to be fullback. Geordie as a wing as well, says Atina, sorry. And that's the thing. We normally don't see it too often, but maybe we will end up seeing 3 Barrett brothers out on the field at once again.
Yeah.
But then saying that, do you go straight back in with Retallick starting at lock up against someone like Tonga, or do you save him for those bigger matches up against the Wallabies?
I like him more than Barrett.
Do you go in Retallick up against Tonga?
Yeah.
Right. You heard it here first as well. And Geordie is a bad winger. Nariki should have been given a go. It's kind of surprising because I'm not sure how many they named, but I would have thought maybe either, like in my head, Nariki, Salisa Reasi, or maybe Whainā Nuku. One of those 3 I thought was getting in. Like, I thought they were right on the edge of whether or not, because I was slightly surprised that they've only got 1 left wing side with George Bridge returning from injury.
Yeah. They can only take so many people, though. You can't really put those guys above anyone who's already there, though. They're not, you know, like, they're good, but you can't necessarily just, you know, swap them out for someone who's already there.
Yeah, so I have a question. George Bridge, if he gets injured early, do you replace him with another player, or do you keep someone like an Enor and move him to the left wing side?
No, bring someone else in.
Who would you bring in out of those 3?
Well, who were they?
Salisa Reasi, Whainā Nuku, and also Nariki for that left wing.
Reasi, I think.
Okay, for that offload game?
Yeah, I just feel like Reasi is someone who, if done right, he's got a pretty good skill set. He's fast. He seems powerful. He just seems like the sort of guy that seriously seems, He seems like, from watching him in the Mitre 10 Cup playing for Auckland, the first thing you notice is, like, he's actually quite tall. I think he's about 6'4". He's tall.
Like, he's kind of, you don't look at him and go, geez, he's quite tall. But then when you see him out on the field, it's like he's got a strange type of strength, I guess you could call it, in the factor of he somehow is like a buoy in the ocean. He somehow, even with guys on his legs, he's able to stay upright and just kind of stand there as if there's nothing happening, going, who wants the ball, boys? I'll just offload it to one of you.
Yeah.
And he just kind of stands there, you know, they're trying to take him down, and he's just like, right.
I watched him in one of the games. I can't remember who it was for, though. Well, against, and he looked really good, but every time we get the ball, his speed was the big thing.
The opening game of Super Rugby Trans Tasman, when the Hurricanes played up against, who they played? Did they play? Oh, they played the Waratahs, and it was just Tri-Fest. And he actually didn't score a try in that match, but he set up quite a few.
Yeah, it might have been that one. He just had the ball a lot of times, and every time we got it, he just, it seemed like he was doing pretty well.
Oh, yeah, what's got there in their decent overall squad. Wingers look bad as well, and Ethan Blackadder will be good to watch. He will be indeed. How many debutants were there? You got Finley Christie, Quintupai, Ethan de Groot. Blackadder, has he been an All Black before? No, so he's another one. And then Luke Jacobson, has he had his name on the black jersey? No, so I think there's at least 5. Looking through those names, Safa Mo's already been there. George Bower, I think, got a chance last year. Maybe? I can't remember either. This is terrible.
It's been a while, though. They didn't play much last year.
Oh, yeah, I've got Maxi as well. They played a few games for the Tri-Nations, but they didn't play up against South Africa. Welcome into the live stream, Maxi. What do you think of this side? Do let us know. They've gone with quite a few tight head props from the looks of it, with the likes of Lomax, Tarval. Also, they did have Lulala, and there was one other as well. I believe Luke Jacobson made his debut in 2019. So he has had it before. I think injury was actually what stopped him last time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he has been missing out a little bit, but it is good to see him back because he has been looking strong for the Chiefs. Quite a few Chiefs players have been in the starting line or in the squad as well, I'm noticing, which is good to see, isn't it?
Yeah.
The likes of Va'ai, also Quintupai, Sam Kanan. He is not a name that has come up in this situation. So I'm assuming that injury of his, I think it was either his pectoral muscle was injured and he had to have surgery on it.
Yeah.
So he is going to be out for a little bit longer. So the captain for this one is going to be Sam Whitelock as well. I go New Zealand's will win the Four Nations 11-0 to 4 as well, says Moorcake. And also, I hope Fozzie is over that dilemma with first 5. I know I am, says Cloudy Days as well. And also, Avila, I'm not too sure what that is, dinner. And also, Lomax, Coles, and Barrett, our penalty magnets of 2021. Coles, I guess, it's one of those ones. Will Dane Coles be around for the World Cup? Or do you think he will retire by then? Because he was close to retiring.
Stay for the World Cup, really.
Maybe.
I saw in an interview that's the goal.
Because he was close to retiring earlier on this season, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was whether or not he was going.
Issues suddenly.
But then that's the thing, like they're mentioning penalties. And I guess giving away penalties up against Tonga and Fiji, probably not the end of the world, because I think they should be able to get a decent win there. But then up against the likes of the Wallabies, like looking at last year. Yeah, but I mean, look at last year's fixtures, though. Where are they? I haven't found them. There they are, like the Wallabies. They did beat the All Blacks on the 7th of November, 24-22. And then after that, the All Blacks did actually lose to Argentina 25-15 as well. But then that Tri-Nations, it was a weird one because of the fact that it actually ended up coming down to the wire, which is what people weren't expecting. Yeah. And I feel like
Australia.
No, we did. In the end, we managed to get 11 points, I think it was. Yes, it was 11. And then Argentina finishing second, Australia in third. And that was due to points differential. We have also got in there, will you be streaming the games against Tonga and Fiji? I will indeed. And also the Maori All Blacks taking on Manu Samoa. That is another game that I am going to be doing. I'm doing all of them for all of the rugby that's on. Also, the British and Irish Lions tour coming up very soon as well. Tonga and Fiji. Hope there's not too many injuries. Yikes. As I said, cloudy days. Yeah, 2 very physical sides to face straight away. And then also, I guess that's another factor, the Maori All Blacks. I think there are actually a few other players for the Maori All Blacks who are also in this All Black side. If I'm not wrong, I'm going to be looking it up as well to see who is going to be doubling up. And maybe that is why the likes of Tamaiti Williams and whatnot were missing out, but we will have a look to see who they have gone with for the Maori All Black side as well. I don't know the team much. Never seen many of them play because I'm on the Kiwi Lads streams as well. And yeah, that's the thing. I think out of everyone in there, like, of course, loose forwards, I think we're absolutely stacked for because of the fact they've gone with about 7 or 8, and they are all very talented players. Eno and Rico, our showboaters as well, says Willie Tola, and with Kirk Eklund being All Black, says Jason Yang. I feel like he's not a mile off. He was probably the 4th pick alongside maybe the likes of Samasoni Takiaho, although his line-out game hasn't been the best this year. So it's one of those ones that I think he was probably pretty close. And why would he live stream against Tonga and Bronson as well? I will be doing the live commentary side of it for you guys who can't see the game. Bronson is what we normally do for those ones as well. Coles is not filthy. He's one. He's no more. He is no more a reactor than those Ioane boys. Get real as well. Says Cloudy Days. I still remember when the referee was telling Dane Coles and Mitch Hunt off. It was like back in the classroom. And Dane Coles was like, "We're just having a bit of fun, mate." Yeah. But in the end, I feel like against the front row of the Wallabies, who are they going to have in that number 2 jersey?
I don't know.
Okay, cool.
I don't know much.
Where's Sam Kane at? Boyd says Trey, he is injured. He's got that pectoral injury, which is going to keep him out of all of these matches by the sounds of it. Hopefully, maybe he'll be back for the November matches that they have got planned. I'm just looking through the lineup. Ash Dixon also probably was relatively up there in terms of a player who could have been selected for the Maori All Blacks, for the All Blacks. Actually, now looking at it, Quintal Pire is the only player who was selected for both the Maori All Blacks and the All Blacks. Yeah. So that is pretty awesome for him. The likes of halfbacks, they have got Sam Nock and Bryn Hall. So those are a couple of those players. Bryn Hall. What did you just say?
Why isn't he selected?
For the All Blacks.
Yeah.
Or, I guess that's another one. Drummond is missing from that All Blacks lineup. So they did go with Christie in the end. Yeah. Rather than maybe they had enough Crusaders players already. Yeah. And Billy Harmon is actually playing for the Maori All Blacks as well. So it's one of those ones that if they didn't get selected for other than Jonah Nariki and Salisa Arce, also Fine Arnold, who didn't get selected for either Maori All Blacks, although I don't think they're eligible for the Maori All Blacks, some of them, and also didn't get selected for the All Blacks either. And we've also got Mean House Pro as well, says Trey. We have got also, I pumped up Kieran for this live stream, a massive inflatable All Black. He is
pumped up.
Yeah, he's all pumped up. He's pretty happy with the lineup, I think. Other than the fact that, of course, Kieran Reid is not in that lineup, but he has retired. We have also got there in there, Sam Kane is crying at his house. I helped build in Tipuri Waikato. You did indeed help him build his house. And we also got there Malakai Fekatoa, I saw earlier on, is playing for Samoa. Says Jet Lee's. Is he playing for Samoa or Tonga? I think he was Tongan Sevens, wasn't he?
Tonga.
If I'm not wrong, read some of my chat.
Yeah.
Says Henry Samuel, I'll try my best. Let's go quick, mate. Where is your last message? It was about 8 minutes ago. Can Julian Savia come back to the All Blacks as well?
No.
And at this stage, I think if he was going to be selected, he needs to either get selected this year or next year, or else I think he's just a little bit too far past his prime. Although he's still playing some very good rugby at the moment.
Yeah.
But you would think maybe they would go with the likes of, if they had to choose them, maybe they'd go with one of those younger players like we mentioned, rather than going with the bus.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've also got there, and just because you watch him as well, said Cloudy Days 3 years ago, working for old boss as well. Luke Jacobson has had his debut already. Yeah, someone mentioned that it is 2019, so he is getting another run, which is good to see because of the fact that, he has been playing very well for the Chiefs. So remember, he got 2 tries in one of those matches, and we have also got there as well that he did end up, he gave away a couple yellow cards though in one of those matches, but I guess they have gone with 3 men who can really just carry the ball off the back of a scrum extremely well. They've got Savia as an option, they've got Luke Jacobson, and they've also got Hoskins Satutu, who's in form at the moment. So you've got many options in terms of who you go with off the back of the scrum. I'm wondering who they're going to go with against Fiji, though. Maybe Fiji for that first match. Are they going to go with their strongest lineup against Tonga, do you think? Or do you think they'll go with the strongest lineup up against Fiji for that first match? Or do they rest some of those real good players and save them?
They'll be experimenting for the Blues.
Yeah, so Artie Savia out on the wing.
I think that would be good.
He could actually become a winger because he got plenty of pace, doesn't he? Like Asafa Mua, like imagine having him out on the wing.
Yeah.
Like you would be just the number 11, the likes of for Australia, like the likes of Tom Wright. Yeah. Imagine standing there going, right, I'm gonna mark this bulldozer and he's just gonna run over me every day of the week.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting to see. And we have also got there, will George Bridge drive the bus to the stadium? Says Sebastian. No one's rating George Bridge at the moment. Julian Savia come to USA and play for the MLR. As well as Scrumless and Hey Fave YouTuber, says David as well. Welcome into the live stream. Savia ain't got it anymore. I'll take Bridge over him, says Trey. And at the moment, there is a bit of a rivalry in the chat for the looks of it as well. But yeah, these are the players who are in that lineup and are in that squad. So now we've only got to wait. That's the crazy thing. That tour that's going to be Tonga, Fiji is only a couple weeks away. Like, we've got a game this weekend, which I didn't actually realize was on, which is the Maori All Blacks taking on it is Samoa. So it's one of those ones that maybe, it's going to be interesting to see who goes well there. And I really hope if they do play Quintal Paya for those games, because they have got 3 men for those centre roles. Or maybe they would, no, I don't think they go Sean Wainui in the centre. So they got Billy Proctor, Quintal Paya, and Alex Nankerville for the Maori All Blacks. Yeah. So I really hope Quintal Paya doesn't get an injury because that's one thing that you hate to see when a player is just about to get that debut opportunity for the All Blacks. You end up with that injury as well. And we always go, what did Nariki do this season? Bloody favourites as well, says Cloudy Days. Yeah, I feel like Aotearoa was his better competition out of either that or Trans Tasman because of the fact that although overall the Highlanders, I mean, they got to the final, they had a decent season overall there. But unfortunately, what's that? The Crusaders. Where'd they end up? You're not happy with the Highlanders, eh? I mean, second most amount of tries scored in the season. Points
what place did they come in Aotearoa?
Aotearoa, they were fourth in there. So you'd say the improvement factor, Crusaders dropped down to third. So it's one of those ones, they made the same ground up as the Crusaders went down. You guys
witnessed the bashing on live TV. Next thing you know, Nick Berry's going to walk in and then that's all going to kick off.
You're just
Nick Berry. It was not on the line. Oh, mate, you're going to get it now. We're all going now, aren't we, mate?
We also got in there as well Julian Savia as a beast for the Hurricanes and for the All Blacks as well. And we have also got, I'm not looking forward to Samoa playing. That's not our strongest squad. They're just the ones who are about to pay their own airfares as well, says Archangel. Yeah, it's one of those ones. I hope it's a close game, but it's also there's a chance that it may not be. Yep.
Yeah.
Nah, it's in New Zealand. All of the games up till, I think about going, it's about the second or third Bledisloe Cup, I think is the first one we actually go overseas.
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong. All of those other games, I think, are all in New Zealand, which is interesting indeed. We're looking at it, 7:05. Yeah, so that one, we got our first, what did Johnny say?
Slow up there, mate.
We also got there, the first game, 7th of August, New Zealand versus Australia. That's in New Zealand, but then the next one after that for the Rugby Championship is going to be over there in Australia, which will be a to-be-determined time frame as well. And we always got disappointed Lester Whainanoku not there as well, says Steve Williams. Yeah, a few good wingers have missed out there. The likes of Nariki, Rayasi, and also Whainanoku.
Nariki is an interesting one.
Yeah,
because it's a Highlanders player.
You don't like many Highlanders players for
No,
some reason, do you?
It's just that last game we played, he's just a bit of a horse shit. It's not the greatest.
Can you guys play more Rugby Challenge 4? I love those vids. We will be doing a lot more rugby in the future. Also, I guess that is a good shout. We have got a gaming channel as well. If you are keen to watch us do a bit more gaming, as well as a bit of Rugby Challenge on this channel, that channel that I have just linked in the description, I will put it as the pinned comment. That is the Kiwi Lads gaming channel.
Make sure you watch the whole video.
So if any of you do want to check out our series on there, feel free to. I will put that as the pinned comment. I feel like it is next to the poll. And at the moment, it's actually Bowden Barrett leading for who's going to be the All Blacks fullback. Geordie Barrett in second and Damien McKenzie is in third.
Nah. So who's playing 10? Richie or Bowden?
It's going to be a battle, isn't it? Who do they give it to?
I'm thinking Richie, but then they're saying Richie isn't so good in international rugby. Then Bowden wants to play 10. I don't know. Is Bowden best at 10? I feel like you just got to one plays one game, one plays the other. There's no point
one off the bench as a power player.
One plays one half, one plays the other, and at the end of the day, before you get to Bledisloe 1, you just say, well, Bowden has been better at first 5, so let's put him on as starter.
And then we have also got
that's what these games are for.
I'm looking forward to seeing the chemistry in this team. Should be fun, says Ryan. And that's the thing. You look at the back line.
They're all in love.
Huh? What?
They're all in love.
Are they? Is that what they do at the Crusaders camp? But at this stage, like the back line, you got Sever Reese, Will Jordan, George Bridge, Braden Enoa, David Harvili, and also Richie Mwonga. Like that is 6 Crusaders players that have the potential of being out on that field. Although, of course, they probably wouldn't go with all of them at once. Maybe they will. Who knows?
Henry.
What does Henry say?
Haven't got one yet, mate.
Haven't made that one. I'm looking Boshier as well, says Pat. And I think it is because he is heading to Japan that he is going to be missing out, unfortunately, for him. We've also got Aaron Smith. He's fantastic as well, says Tinny. He is indeed. And I feel like this season, he's chosen the right time to step up as well. Like, he was able to score 2 tries up against, was it the Rebels that they played? That he was able to score 2 times in. And it's like one of those ones, he has continued his form up. So at this stage, against the likes of Tonga or Fiji, if he can open up, those flat passes that he was doing to those forwards, just running onto them, picture perfect. And if he can do that up against the defense, that's the thing. The defense of Tonga and Fiji, it's going to be one of those ones you're going to get whacked if you run hard at them.
But it's not in detail.
In detail.
It's not the sort of defense where they strategically do it. It's sort of more just run up and hit people.
You're brutal today.
Yeah.
He hasn't had his jockey milk. So he's a bit of a bad boot. We always got, as the quad going to change for Rugby Championship, says UG.
Probably, yeah. I would say the games for the Tonga and the Pacific Islands will be to know what team to put out for the Rugby Championship.
I guess injuries as well could lead to
friendlies, aren't those ones?
Well, you can call them slightly a friendly, but I think they're part of some sort of cup or tour thing. But then also, it's hard to have a friendly game against the side that will absolutely smack you every time you try and hit contact. So it's one of those ones they're going to have to probably play a physical side up against the likes of Tonga and Fiji to try and match their physicality.
Yeah, someone like Whainanoku would have been good.
In the midfield, maybe.
But then,
and Rayasi out on the wing, perhaps. We'll have to wait and see how they do go. Hi there as well, says Brandon. Welcome into the live stream, mate. And we have also got there, the AB should be, or should I name a B squad versus Tonga. with a few old heads to calm things down.
Interesting they're
as
not
well.
playing Fiji. Interesting that they're not playing Fiji.
What, the All Blacks?
Yeah.
They played them twice.
Are they playing them twice?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We just not talk. Why
Sorry.
don't you just say yeah? So they are playing them twice.
Can I get a hooyah as well, says David. And also
Can
we
I
have
get
got
fire?
will you do more rugby challenge for All Blacks career mode? That's another good point. Maybe
Do
I
more
will
arc.
start that one up again. And George is mentioning the ARC
We'll do
series
more arc.
once again. If any of you haven't already,
let us know what you want us to play.
yeah,
We have no idea.
yeah, if you do want to check out the Kiwi Lads gaming channel,
This stuff
that
is
we
just
will be
going in my
posting.
head, man. It's seriously annoying me.
yeah, the link is the pinned comment.
You guys
You
got
guys
any
do
chocolate
wanna-
milk?
You're like out of it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Have you been doing drugs?
Yeah.
Good. Right. It was not in the All Blacks, says Brandon. Right. Some key names, the likes of that backline, the likes of Salisa Arasi, Whaina Nuku. I know they haven't gone with Julian Savia like someone wanted, and also they haven't got Nariki, I don't think I said. Also in that 4-pack, you're missing the likes of Sam Kane due to injury. Guchu is not there either due to injury. Joe Moody injured. But they have gone with Leonard Brown in there, even though he is also injured at the moment.
Yeah.
So they must be hopeful that he's going to be coming back. Then you haven't got the likes of Ash Dixon, Eklund, Billy Harmon missing out. Also, no sign of Bryn Hall, Mitch Drummond, or anyone like that in the halfback role. No Perenara as well is a good point, as George all right. Says Sebastian, I asked myself that quite a bit.
What's that?
If you're all right.
Yeah, I'm all good.
You good?
Yeah.
Good. And we always got there. I'm still sick. I had the best day as well, says James Gordon. So I assume you may have stayed home. And maybe, are you happy with this lineup, James? Do let us know as well. And we always got there. It's Fijian playing the Maori All Blacks. I don't think they are. I think it is only Maori All Blacks taking on Manu Samoa. That was originally going to be a 1-match series, but now it is 2. With the first one this Saturday night is going to be the first matchup, but it is just the 2 matches. And then other than that, it is only going to be the All Blacks playing. If Geordie Barrett is on the wing, I can't say that, but we are in trouble, I will go with, from Cloudy Days as well. Something Ian Foster might not think past doing, though.
Yeah.
I feel like he likes to experiment in that back line. Bro, show us your jab to the bro's chin standing behind you, says Trey. To the bro standing behind.
Yeah.
I thought for a second.
Should do it.
Try not to knock the chair out. You could give him a rock. Obviously not smacking you on the head. I couldn't quite reach, unfortunately. No, there we go. We always got none of them up is going overseas. I think he is indeed, which is why he is not eligible for selection, as well as the likes of TJ Faiani and Boshier. And we have also got in there the lineup that Mako Vanapolobi will be going with. I like the fact that Tupaia is on the bed for the group in the starting lineup. That would be pretty awesome to see as well. We have got how the hell did Lomax make the team, says Joe Bro. It's an interesting one. Tight ear props, they've actually gone with quite a few of them. So maybe he was, like, we could say in that instance, maybe as an example, he could have been the last pick, but they still went with the likes of Tarval as well. Just breaking stuff. They've got Tarval. They've got also, I'm trying to think of the other names. I'm hoping they're going to come up soon and save me here. They went with Tarval, also, of course, Lomax. Then you've got, they all start with the later Lulala as well as there. And then also, they have one more as well, I think, but he hasn't come up yet. Still waiting. This goes across quite slow when you're actually looking for a name, doesn't it?
Yeah. My dad
Tarval.
got pissed
I think I
because
said
was drinking
Tarval.
chocolate syrup out of the bottle. You know what? Tell your dad to shut up. Okay?
No.
You don't need no haters in this world. Get the chocolate milk.
Have you ever put chocolate syrup in just plain milk?
No.
And made chocolate milk?
No.
I have not either, but I feel like it would
You
be
reckon
good.
that would work?
Probably.
Do you guys want to see a video?
Of us drinking chocolate milk.
I'll put
Making-
syrup in chocolate, not chocolate milk.
Mm.
Yeah.
You'll see how it goes. Props should be Lomax, Lulala. Atumuli is a good name. And there as well, Aiden Ross, and also De Groot and Tamaiti Williams. See, a lot of young talent there as well. I feel like the fact that they aren't in this lineup, I think they will be in the next couple of years. Definitely a few of those names. The likes of Tamaiti Williams, I think they'll give him 1 or 2 more seasons.
Yeah.
And then he will be well and truly in it for the World Cup.
Yeah.
It'll be quite exciting to see Caleb Clark and Softer Sevens. Hope he makes it back to the All Blacks once again. And yeah, also Tino Nana Satoro with sevens as well. I'm thinking for that number 11 position. So they probably just rubbing your thigh. Yeah, they've got a few options as well. Who's going to be the midfield for the All Blacks? We don't have a solid combination like we had with Nonu and Smith.
Well, you got Will Jordan and Enor in there, maybe.
Midfield. Centres.
Yeah. Who's the midfield for the Crusaders?
Havili and Whaina Nuku, or Havili and Enor now.
Goodhue. That's the one that we were tipping up as the next Nono and Smith.
Goodhue not there.
Yeah, I know. That's the one that they were saying. Obviously, they didn't plan for him to be injured, but they were saying that that's potentially is the next. Yeah.
So I would say maybe Havili will get his name right up there because he had a very solid season for the Crusaders in that midfield. And then I know they've got Leonard Brown, but are Havili and Leonard Brown too similar of a player to be able to? And I actually see now for that poll as well, Geordie Barrett has moved up to 28%. It is still changing for the votes. 26% for Bowden, 26% for Mackenzie, 20% for Will Jordan, and 28% with the leader for Geordie Barrett. Are you going to vote for it, eh?
Nah.
Who would you vote for? Geordie? Or are you going D-Mac?
Geordie. I don't know. It's too hard to say.
I'm glad I'm not a selector.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got David Haimona. Hopefully I'll pronounce that correctly as well. And Tom Robinson that thought he was unlucky, says Joe Bro. I guess it's, there's a lot of good loose forwards that they could have gone with, like any injury. And I feel like him, as well as if Boshier wasn't going overseas, it would have been interesting to see if Boshier had like kind of broken through.
Yeah.
Because he was the player last year that everyone was like, wow, he's not there.
Yeah.
Duplessis Karefi, another name that's missing out. Maybe giving away too many penalties, I would think.
Yeah.
But he also is very good in the breakdown. But then you've got the likes of Pavali. Like that man will just rip the ball away every day of the week in the breakdown, unless you clear some players out. Tavo is a liability in the front row. He was a surefire 3 to 6 points for the opposition as well, says Lazarus. Hopefully I pronounced that one correctly as well. And 2-1. 2-1 was right as well, says David Haimona as well. And we have also got there in the chat, ABs being ABs will keep things conservative, nothing to lose and wild, or nothing to lose and wild, sorry. And will there be Sean Stevenson? Not for the All Blacks, but he will be in the Maori All Blacks lineup. Or maybe he'll be in the lineup versus Manu Samoa.
Sean Stevenson. Yeah, he came out. Everyone was like, next superstar. I remember it. They were in the Brisbane Teens.
Oh, yeah?
Or there's something, and they were saying, Sean Stevenson, the next world superstar, because he scored like 2 tries. And like now he's not. Oh,
I mean, he's close. He's decent.
No.
He didn't get much game time for the Chiefs overall. Umaga Jensen, another name, and Nankerville and Whainanoku are all better than Anton Leonard-Brown, says Lazarus, and Lomax more of a liability, relies heavily on skill up front, will struggle against strong scrummages as well. So who would be the number 3 for the Wallabies? And also, I'm interested to see that match All Blacks versus Springboks.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be a very big one. That's the match.
It's going to be after the Lions talk hype, isn't it? So if they lose or win, it's still going to be the same.
Yeah.
If they win, they're going to say that they'll beat the All Blacks. If they lose, they're going to say the All Blacks are going to beat them. But then...
I'm looking forward to it. Only a couple months away as well. What's up with your friends? As well, says Flower. Or sorry, says Brandon. What's up with your friends? As in like this one or this one? Who's facing the wall at the moment?
He's crying like a little...
Oh. And we always got I want Bowden Barrett to smash and bro as well. Says Mako Polar Bear. Who are the All Blacks playing? Says Jed as well. At this stage, the All Blacks for their first matchup, they are going to be taking on Tonga. That is in 12 days' time, Saturday, 3rd of July. And that is going to be at 7:05 p.m. New Zealand time. So that is Tonga. Then the next weekend, at the same time on Saturday, they are going to be taking on Fiji. Then the weekend after that, it is going to be Fiji once again for the second match. And after that, on the 7th of August, is the first match of the Bledisloe Cup, and it is going to be at Eden Park for that opening matchup as well. And that is also 7:05 p.m. kickoff.
Yeah. And
we have Aussie out there in the chat. It's going quite quick at the moment as well. And we have got there as well Anton Leonard-Brown's too safe, along with Goodhue, aren't extravagant threats. Only players are their average around the field, or players, their average around the field players that do their job as well, says Smithy Toilet. So it's going to be interesting to see what combo they go with, because I know a lot of people were against that lineup of having Goodhue and also Leonard Brown because they have very similar playing styles. So I feel like without that threat of Laumape, because he was going to be
the Mape though. He
kind of.
He would never work in with other players.
Although him linking up with the likes of having a Leonard Brown or a Gildew like next to him seemed to be a decent combo, but then they've also got maybe going with Rieko Ioane at 13 rather than out on the wing for the pace. Because that's the other thing. If Bridge ends up getting injured, maybe Rieko Ioane, even though he doesn't want to, he might end up transitioning back to that left wing position, which I think is where a lot of people want to see him.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see there as well. I've got also in there, Fozzie should start loose forwards at front row and front rowers, back rowers, mixing things up. We should do that on Rugby Challenge. Go with a completely muddled up All Blacks side to Groot at 15. What a brute at the back, eh? Can you maybe vlog an All Blacks game if their second game as well, says David. We could look at it, although I don't think we've got plans at this stage of going to any games so far. But if we do end up doing it, we will definitely be vlogging it. But at this stage, we're probably going to do the live commentary. Well, I know I will be. It's just whether or not you do it with me. You think you will tune in for a few games? Come on.
Yeah.
Maybe? Good. Was Josh Ioane pick? He was not, although he was selected for the Maori All Blacks. And also unlucky, but Leicester, by Leicester not getting in, says Kyan. Yeah, he was close. I feel like they probably normally, after they've selected the squad, they normally mention a couple honourable mentions, don't they? That they were like, these players were very close, but didn't quite get there. We didn't hear those ones, though. Where's Hoskins Tutu? He is there. It is done by alphabetical order. So he will be coming up in the S section as well. Rewording, distributing threat. I mean, great distributor as well, says Smithy Toilet. You all right? Yeah. Okay, good. We have got Tunuki Hapi and Tavo are not equal or better than Ross and Molly as well, says Lazarus. And also, I like 12 Havili and 13 Rico, or even Leicester well balanced as well, says Marco Vanapola Bear. I'm excited to see them play Tonga in 12 days' time because of the fact that they're going to be mixing things up, possibly adding. I hope that at least one player gets their debut because I've got about 5 or so players who have an opportunity, even if it's off the bench. Just give the boys a little run round because if you're basing it off form, some of those debutants, like the likes of Ethan de Groot, I mean, he scored 2 or 3 tries in the Highlanders Trans Tasman season. You've also got Luke Jacobson. He's not on debut, but I'd like to see him back in the black jersey as well. And then I'm interested in that fullback role. I will quickly check once again to see what you guys are saying in the poll. It's very close at the moment. 240 votes on it, though. 28% saying Geordie Barrett, 27% Bowden Barrett, 26% have said Damian McKenzie and Will Jordan at the back with 20% as well. I think the game will be great. And, it's going to be a very exciting one. But I think we are almost at the end of this live stream. We've been going on for 1 hour and 7 minutes.
Yes.
Are you bored?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Didn't mean it. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this one as well. George, you need a Red Bull, says David.
Damn right I need a Red Bull.
He does indeed. Who's the captain?
I was considering getting one on the way, but I was like, no.
David as well. And at this stage, the captain is going to be Sam Whitelock due to the fact that, Sam Kane is not there. So sticking with the name Sam. So it is still going to be a Sam who is captaining. We have also got, that's why Bridget always creeping into the AB safe player as well.
Maybe Ian Foster, they were like, who's going to captain? Sam. Sam
they got
Whitelock.
confused.
And he's old, so he wasn't listening. So they were like, can you hear us, Ian? Ian, can you hear us? And he just said Sam.
So you think Ian Foster selected Sam Whitelock because he didn't hear the question properly? And he, could be Sam's an easy name to remember. Yeah. Isn't it? Yeah. Sam I am. And we always got, I feel like the squad is a fast-paced squad. And I'm hoping that they do play some very fast-paced rugby up against Tonga as well. What about TJ? Unfortunately, due to him playing in Japan, for some reason, there was a reason that he wasn't able to be actually selected for the All Blacks.
His new contract soon enough.
Yeah, so that's
pretty unfortunate. Around. I love it how we missed them around. He's like, I might go to the Roosters. He went,
yeah, that's true.
Was it I might go to the Roosters. And they were like, don't do that. And he's like, I might. And they don't do that. And then he's like, no, I won't. They're like, well, too bad. You lost your place in the All Black squad.
Jeez.
You don't do that ever again, TJ. Never again.
And we almost got George definitely doesn't want to tune in for a live stream as well, says Jed. Yeah, normally I probably almost have to pay him at this rate to come around. Yeah.
I just get tired. The minute I sit here, it's weird.
Yeah. I'm that boring. that you just can't handle it.
It's all the screens.
It's the light, I think, as well.
I think it is the lights and stuff that
just
sort of, and the sitting down and just
Next live stream.
Maybe I need to
standing up in the background in darkness.
Should I give it a go?
If you like.
I'll try.
Okay. Cool. We actually still have headphones on, but yeah, we haven't listened to anything for an hour or so. We have also got in there Dream Coaching staff, Razor, Jamie, Joseph, and Gats as well. Yeah, but also
not feeling tired as much.
Aren't you?
No.
Good. Nice. Yeah. I don't know what to ask you now from back there. I'll just continue as if you left. DJB also we have got his 2 woke as well and dominated that breakdown for the Curry at 6 and also Underhill as well. George looks like he's fending from some ganja lull as well. And we have got and there. Can you please put Kieran back in focus? I think that's going to be hard to do because I think George is wrestling him at the moment. Ended up Barrett getting smashed while Hardy was too slow. His thoughts on David Arvili come back. I'm glad to see that was impressive. He's sleeping now. Oh no.
What do me?
Yeah, David Arvili is the comeback. It's one of those ones that I am glad to see him back in, and I feel like he kind of from his last season or whenever it was, he decided that if he wants to make it into the All Blacks, he probably can't play at fullback just because of how stacked it was. So he changed to centre, and it looked like it has been working pretty well for him overall. And because of it, he's back in that All Black side as well. George B. vibing, says Jet. He does indeed.
Yeah.
And at this stage, I wish Leicester I was in for either Bridge or Enos Select as well. And George is too adorable, says Scrumless. Do you know the COVID-19 update today? Says Brandon, I don't know it for New Zealand, but I know that unfortunately there are quite a few cases in Fiji ramping up, which is a bit of a shame. I think they're almost getting close to 200. So it's still a little bit of a question of whether or not they will be able to travel over here for that match or the 2 matches. So we'll have to wait and see. They should have put Alex Nankivell. He is in the Maori All Blacks though. So I am glad to see that he did make at least one of those 2. But yeah, hopefully we do see a bit more of him in the future because the way that he runs the ball at the line as well, he's kind of one of those players that I guess he just kind of, as the saying says, he runs it straight. And he doesn't really take a backward step in that regard. He will just keep on hitting it up every day of the week and also makes a lot of tackles as well. The Chiefs are actually very lucky in the midfield, having him, Tupai, and Leonard Brown all as options. And we've also got there, Bridge has been injured for the whole season. He has. And he had his appendix out as well very recently. Anton is out because of elbow surgery for 4 to 6 weeks. Who should replace him? As well says Ed. It's interesting, though, because they have put him in, whereas other injured players such as a Sam Kane, Joe Moody, Goodhue, and everyone like that, they have decided to leave out. So I guess they are working on the theory that he won't be playing these first matchups, but then maybe he will be coming in for the Rugby Championship. But at that case, I feel like they probably ended up, do you know what may have happened? Because I know that people were saying about not too many, where are you? People were saying about not too many wingers.
Yeah.
But in this situation, for the centres, they've got Braden Eno, Havili, Rico Ioane, and also Quintupaya. So maybe they went with Quintupaya added in as a bit of injury cover for Anton Leonard Brown.
Centre can play it on the wing. The same thing, really. He's just a little bit further around. You grab the ball and run.
Okay. Yeah.
Most centres can play on the wing. It's, yeah.
Okay, bye. We always got there. Is Kieran okay? No, not at all. We always got there. I like everything about the squad, about the outside backs, as well says, or apart from the outside backs, I think that might be. And also, Leicester Overbridge, FFS. Or FFS was surely a big power winger, Bonfar brother as well. Has Reasi been picked? Surely he must have been. No, he was not, Jed. He did end up missing out, unfortunately, for him. What are you doing? But, also, at this stage, Bowden Barrett's taken over in that poll for who is going to be the All Blacks fullback. But also, the pin comment is the one linking to the Kiwi Lads Gaming channel. If you guys haven't already subscribed to that, be sure to check it out. We have got...
Just watch the videos, the whole video, please.
The whole video. We are playing a game involving dinosaurs, and we're not very good at it at all at the moment, but we are going to be having more gaming videos on there in the future alongside the rugby stuff that we are posting on the main channel as well. And we have also got there, we would have had good wingers, I think, if Reese is good, but Bridge needs to go as well. Party at Dalton's house low. That's what Tom Robinson reckons as well. And give Kieran, he already has Kieran giving off some Slenderman vibes right now as well.
Kieran's seriously cool, man.
Yes.
I'm going to go get a latte with Kieran.
Latte with Kieran at 8 minutes past 10 at night.
It's all right, Kieran. It's okay.
You just put Kieran to sleep.
Yeah, Kieran's
okay. In bed on the floor. But yeah, nonetheless, I think we are at the end of this live stream. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are going to be covering the games for the live commentary side of it, for the matches between Manu, Samoa, and also playing the Maori All Blacks and Fiji versus the All Blacks as well. That's coming up very soon. That's very impressive, Kieran. But we have also got midfielders at Harvey with Anton Deadly combo. It is indeed Rayasi Nariki or Leicester would have been better as well from Select and Mike Graham. Oh, that's not good. Henry Samuel and Bridge is average at no offense. But what he does offer other players already have a boring pick. Leicester, Whainga, Noku, Nariki or Rayasi. We're robbed as well. Cheers, boys. As I said, Jed, this is squad coming to Wales. Says nice and sleazy. Ooh. Although that is the end of the year tour, isn't it?
That's like coronavirus area.
Not really. It's not really. It is. But it's one of those ones. I think they'll have quite a few changes because of injuries and all of that kind of thing. So the likes of Sam Cane might be back by then. So I think they'll probably have maybe 5 or 10 players different. Yeah. But overall, I think that it's going to be relatively similar. Thanks again for 10 out of 10 commentary. As I said, Scrumless. 10 out of 10 seems generous for this one. I'll be honest. We'll take an 8 out of 10 for this one. I think our cheers brother as well. Finally, Sam White fan become the AB's captain. He should have been captain in the first place. And squad that'll dominate the Welsh. Says Marco Vonapolabia. And Sam Cane should never have been named All Blacks captain. What a farce. As well, says Marco Vonapolabia. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. We will see you all in the next one. Yes. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, pin comment, check out the Kiwi Lads Gaming. And we will see you all in the next time. Or in the next one, I should say.
Yeah.